Now, where local sports always come first, this is Action Force Sports.
Clay Williams back in McAllen at Quinta Mazatlan. Time Warner Cable's got a big shindig here. They're showing off the signature home collection. And here, joining me to talk about that and the Cowboys, the Playmaker, number 88, Michael Irvin. Michael, thank you so much for joining me, man. Like you said, it's blessed to be down here, isn't it?
It is blessed to be here. You know, first of all, I love the McAllen area. You know, I've come down. We used to come down, play charity games. Second of all, I wanted to come and shake the hand, personally, of Time Warner Cable for making that partnership with the NFL so we can get out to more of you. You see what I'm saying? And the Signature Home Series is just incredible, Clay, because what is life about right now? It's about customizing things for you, and that's what Signature Home is. It allows you to have your world your way instead of allowing all the other people to dictate you when you watch TV. What do? You get to make those moves.
That's right, and you get to make them in pure HD. Right. Can you imagine how much bigger a star? You couldn't have been any bigger a star in high definition.
It's this HD thing. Let me tell you why this thing is. It's the greatest thing in the world, and for us on TV, and you know this, Clay, it's the most worrisome thing. You get any little bump, you're like, hey, can you cover it up with makeup? She's like, oh, it'll show up in HD. I was like, okay, that's going to be a problem. So, you know, it is a blessing when I'm sitting in front of the TV. Sometimes it's not when I'm on TV.
I got you there. I got you there. Let's talk a little Cowboys. Let's talk about this last game, and after the tragedy with Jerry Brown, let's talk about what Jason Garrett was able to do, your former teammate, now the coach, holding that team together. The kind of leadership he showed this past weekend is simply incredible.
Under some of the most difficult circumstances that we can imagine, and let's remind ourselves that's all we ever want to do is imagine it. You don't ever want to have to live through what those guys had to go through to find out on Saturday morning that you've lost not one but two of your teammates, and one forever. You can't see them, can't talk to them. It's just a difficult situation to turn a team back and focus them back on the football game, and they did that. And the most incredible thing, and we were talking about this earlier, is, and we do it here in this country a lot, when we go through tragedy, horrific situations, we put down all of our own inner bickering and all of that, and we start fighting together, you know. And you know, life on the football field, I just want us to learn how to get to that place where we fight together pre-tragedy.
Yeah, it makes sense, and you look at it maybe as a turning point for Jason Garrett. I mean, a month ago, Jimmy Johnson was on the radio with Dan Patrick. He was saying, where's the fear in Dallas? It's a country club. They're all buddies down there. What did you think about that? I mean, because, he's obviously still got issues with Jerry, but, Jason Garrett's sitting there caught in the middle.
Jimmy's Jimmy was a driver of men, you know, and he to some degree, he's right about the softness in practice, but it's not within Jason's control or Jerry's control. The NFL has implemented all of these new rules. Okay. You can't hit that much. You can't practice that much. You can't even have any more padded practices the rest of the season. So some of that is beyond their control. So you just got to learn to deal with it in this new NFL. This is why Jimmy got out of the NFL, because they were telling Jimmy, you're driving people too hard. You know what I mean? And he couldn't drive them the way he wanted. So I understand the statement coming from Coach Johnson. His method has yielded him Super Bowl championships. But the NFL says you can't do it that way anymore. They're trying to protect the player, so you got to try to work within that system. And I think Jason Garrett is doing his best job.
You're the great 88, the new 88, Dez Bryant. He's got a fractured finger. Doctors are telling him you can play, but you might not ever get that mobility back in your finger. I know what you'd do, Playmaker. You'd go out there anyway. What would you tell Dez Bryant right now? What should he do when he's got that wrist going?
And this is why you wait on a guy like Dez to turn the corner. You know, I'm going to my bishop. I said, Bishop, I'm talking to him, man, and he won't listen. And my bishop touched me on the shoulders. He says, you know, God works in mysterious ways. There was an old 88 that people were trying to talk to that didn't listen right away. So just be a little patient. This is how he teaches us patience. But what I love, and I spoke about this the last couple weeks on the show, is Dez is starting to make plays now on the field and show maturity to help people move past some of those young indiscretions off the field. And when you see a guy that's making this kind of commitment and say, hey, I'm willing to risk that. I want to play. I want to play. I want to play out there for my team, and I want to play for the fans. You want to hear that. You want to hear that. Now, we hope we got some doctors in place that says, no, you can't if he can't go.
Right.
But you want to hear a guy says, I'm willing to risk it because these people that I'm playing with and people I'm playing for deserve it.
All right. Playmaker, Michael Irvin, the Hall of Famer in the Ring of Honor. Thank you so much for joining us here at Quinta Mazatlan in McAllen. I'm Clay Williams for Action 4 Sports, Action 4 News at 6. We'll be right back right after this.